Whoa. That might be the deer meat that she took out of the car to put in the trunk.
Watch yourself. We don't know if it's loaded or not.
Night air moves across the street. Wind brushes broken glass. A car limps forward, metal screaming against pavement. Sparks jump and fade behind it. Dispatcher says units respond to suspicious vehicle broken rear window. No tire traveling on bare rim. Red-blue light spills across the asphalt. An officer steps out, slow, careful hand near the holster. Boots crunch glass. Police officer says, "Mom, stop the vehicle." The car rolls to a halt. Engine idles uneven. A woman grips the wheel too tight. Her shoulders twitch. Her breathing is fast shallow. Police officer says, "Step out of the vehicle." Second officer watches the trunk. Street is quiet. No traffic, no witnesses. Police officer says, "What happened to your tire?" Suspect says, "I am almost home, just down the block." Wind pushes the smell first, metal, oil, something else heavier. Second officer looks at the rear windshield. Shattered inward, seat below stained dark. Police officer says, "You have blood on your hands." Suspect says it is deer meat, groceries broke. Camera moves closer, hands shake, fingers stained. Drying, second officer says, "Paintballs do not do this." Silence hangs, radio crackle, distant engine somewhere. Police officer says, "Open your door, step back." Suspect steps out, eyes dart, jaw clenched, hands hover, unsure where to go. Police officer says, "Keep your hands visible." She nods too fast, breathing louder now. Second officer leans toward the open window. Smell grows stronger. Decay, iron, rot. Second officer says, "Something smells wrong." They glance at each other, a look shared, unspoken. Police officer says, "What is in the trunk?" Suspect says nothing. Wind moves again. Night presses in. Police officer says, "We are not letting you drive this vehicle." Supervisor arrives. Footsteps measured. Flashlight sweeps the interior. Pauses on the back seat, on the hole, on the dark stains. Supervisor says this vehicle is unsafe. We are detaining it. Suspect says, "Let me go, please." Her voice cracks. Cold sets in. She hugs herself. Officers speak quietly away from her. Camera tilts down. Gloves pulled tight. Second officer says, "I have a bad feeling about the trunk." Silence. A nod. Metal latch clicks. Trunk opens slow. The smell hits first. Heavy, overwhelming. Officers step back. Second officer says, "Body cams on blanket." Shifts. Something beneath small. Still a shape too small. An officer freezes. Breath catches, radio forgotten. Police officer says, "Get more cameras." Flashlight beam shakes. Reveals skin fabric. A child. One officer turns away. Another swallows hard. Second officer says, "Shotgun in here." The wall narrows, sound muffled. Police officer says, "Go get her now." Sirens rise, doors slam, apartment hallway echoes. Footsteps running, police officer shouts. Police open the door. No answer. Door forced, wood splinters. Apartment, empty, lights on, a washer hums. Second officer says, "Stop the washer." Lid opens, bloody, clothes tumble. Silence again. Heavy radio crackles. Updates overlap. Dispatcher says, "Unit searching suspect." Last seen leaving apartment, cameras reviewed, grainy footage. A woman walking. A small boy beside her, hand in hand. Timestamp late night. An officer whispers, "Last time seen alive." At a gas station, trash bins searched, bags lifted, blood, plastic cloth. An officer opens a backpack, a name inside, a child. Breathing breaks. Someone curses under breath. Suspect found walking, hands raised, confused, angry. Police officer says, "Get on the ground." Cuffs click, metal tight. Suspect says, "What is happening?" No answer. Interrogation room hums. Fluorescent light buzz. Detective sits, papers untouched. Detective says, "You are under arrest for suspicion of homicide." Suspect blinks, shakes head. Suspect says, "That is ridiculous." Detective says, "There is a dead child in your trunk." Silence stretches. Suspect says, what? Detective watches her face. No tears, no shock. Just calculation. Detective says, "Where is your son?" Suspect says, "With my boyfriend." Detective leans forward. Voice calm. Pressure constant. Detective says, "We saw you leave with him." Her breath stutters. Suspect says, "I need a lawyer," then keeps talking. Words spill excuses, names, blame. Detective listens, lets her speak. Hours pass. Water untouched. Detective places photos on the table. Slow, one by one. Suspect looks away, then back. Detective says, "We know what you did." Silence again. Longer. Suspect says, "I am innocent." Jail door closes. Echoes down the hall. Morning light creeps through barred windows. Courtroom later. No camera. No sound. A verdict read. Life without parole. A mother stares ahead, unblinking. Outside the world moves on. Rain falls somewhere. Traffic hums. People sleep. A small name lingers in the air, unanswered. When stories like this unfold, they are not just headlines, they are real moments captured in real time. If you find yourself watching these stories and wanting to understand what really happens during police encounters, this channel is here for that. More real crime and body cam stories continue here. Stay connected, and I will see you in the next one.